Learn English through stories. Intermediate English. How the dragon was tricked. A powerful dragon, a greedy king, one clever choice. How was the dragon tricked, and who was truly in danger? In this short story, you'll practice natural English through a suspenseful tale of wit, courage, and unexpected consequences. Listen carefully, read along, and follow the story to find out. Don't just study English, live it through stories. The Jealous Brother. Once there lived two brothers. Thanos, the eldest, was strong but very jealous. Nikos, the youngest, was clever and kind. One day, Thanos led Nikos to a deep pit in the forest. "Look inside," Thanos shouted. When Nikos leaned over, Thanos pushed him in. Thanos wanted their father's inheritance for himself, leaving Nikos trapped and alone in the dark. The clever swap. Nikos sat in the pit for hours until a shepherd named Silas passed by. From the pit, Nikos shouted, "The king wants to make me a prince, but I do not want to go." Greedy Silas agreed to take his place. He lowered his rope and used his shepherd's staff to help Nikos climb out. Then Silas climbed down into the pit and thanked Nikos for the opportunity. Nikos kept the rope and staff and walked away with the shepherd's flock. At the king's court, Nikos traveled to the city and found work at the palace of King Vasily. His brother, Thanos, was already there, serving as a knight. Thanos was shocked to see Nikos alive. To get rid of him again, Thanos told the king, "My brother is so clever, he can steal the dragon's flying horse." King Vasily, being greedy, commanded Nikos to do it. Nikos knew the task was dangerous, but he had no choice. The flying horse. Nikos traveled to the mountain where the dragon, Ladon, lived. He found the magnificent flying horse tied to a stone pillar. The horse had white wings and hooves of gold. Nikos did not use force. Instead, he offered the horse sweet clover and whispered kind words. The horse trusted him, and Nikos leaped onto its back, ready to fly away. Return to the palace. Nikos arrived back at the palace, soaring through the clouds. King Vasily was delighted with the magical creature, but Thanos was furious. "That was too easy," Thanos whispered to the king. "Nikos can also steal the dragon's magic pillow covered in silver bells. The bells ring at the slightest touch. If he succeeds, you will be the richest king alive." The dragon's lair. Nikos returned to the mountain. This time, he had to enter the cave while the dragon, Ladon, was resting. The magic pillow lay nearby, shimmering with hundreds of tiny bells. Every time Nikos moved, the bells made a soft tinkling sound. He had to be incredibly slow and quiet to avoid waking the beast, who was snoring loudly on the floor. Outsmarting the dragoness. Suddenly, the dragoness, Sato, entered the cave with her baby. She was even larger than Ladon. Before she could roar, Nikos stepped forward. "I am a famous cook," he said. "I have brought the finest honey and wine for your dinner." Sato was curious and hungry. She sat down to eat the treats Nikos had prepared, forgetting all about the precious magic pillow covered in bells. The silent escape. While Sato was busy eating, Nikos carefully lifted the bell-covered magic pillow. To stop the bells from ringing, he stuffed them with soft wool he had brought from the shepherd's flock. He wrapped the pillow tightly and slipped out of the cave. By the time Seto finished her meal and looked around, Nikos was already halfway down the mountain, safe and silent. The final task. King Vasily was still not satisfied. "Bring me the dragon himself," he ordered. "If you trap Ladon in a box and bring him here, you shall marry my daughter, Eleni." Nikos knew this was the most dangerous task of all. He built a giant, sturdy wooden box with a heavy lid and returned to the mountain for the final time. The giant box. Nikos found Ladon outside his cave. "The king says you are too big for this box," Nikos challenged the dragon. Ladon laughed. "I can fit anywhere." To prove his point, the dragon crawled inside the wooden crate. Quickly, Nikos slammed the lid shut and locked it with 4 heavy iron bolts. The dragon was trapped, shouting and bumping against the wood. The king's fate. Nikos brought the box to the palace. King Vasily was filled with greed, wanting to see his new prize. "Open it," the king commanded. As soon as Nikos unlocked the bolts, Ladon burst out. The dragon was very angry about being tricked. Instead of attacking Nikos, the dragon saw the greedy king and swallowed him whole in one giant gulp. A new kingdom. With the greedy king gone and the dragon flying back to his mountain, the people were finally free. Nikos married Princess Eleni, who was as kind as she was beautiful. They ruled the kingdom with wisdom and fairness. Nikos proved that a sharp mind is always better than a sharp sword, and they lived happily ever after. What about you? Have you ever solved a problem using your mind instead of force? What helped you succeed? Patience, planning, or creativity? Share your thoughts in the comments to practice English and help others learn. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share for more fun English lessons.